Alright, hello again, Frank Delatorre here. I'm continuing the DO-254 Demystified series. I guess I'll start off with this slide, kind of make it a ritual here. The next slide is talking more about reality, in particular the tactics to work toward process compliance and conformance. By that I mean planning documents that need to be created, such as for hardware, since DO-254 addresses your hardware item or items, be it FPGA, field programmable gate array device, or your board, or your box. Know that on the Boeing 787, DO-254 design assurance guidance was applied to all three, FPGA, board, and box. That can happen, and it seems to be trending that way. So what you have are planning documents regarding exactly that information. So we have a PHAC. Sorry about that, somebody's trying to call me. In this case, you have a PHAC, planning for hardware aspects of certification, or an HDP, which is a hardware development plan, a HVP for hardware verification plan, and then you have your HCMP for your hardware configuration management plan. So, and you have other documents like this that are important. These documents together consist of your compliance conformance plans to DO-254 by RTCA. All the data that are contained in these documents are agreed upon by the vendor, the customer, and the certification authority. And in a sense, they become legal documents as all sign off. All three parties that are there. Alright, now we also reality is that you need to create functional and performance-based requirements. Now, this is reality, this needs to happen, but it doesn't always happen that way. What happens is since the design has gone, the company has gone headlong into design, what you end up with are implementation-based requirements, which is to say you've documented your design and you've taken that and created what one would think are functional and performance-based requirements, and that's not the case. Or at the best case, somebody will try to create a hybrid document. That's what I call it, a hybrid document, which is a combination of requirements that are implementation and performance slash functionally based. That doesn't work either. What you want are two documents. You want a document that covers your design, and that's separate. It's design data, and you want your HRD, your hardware requirements document, to be a separate document as well. Alright, so then after you have all of that in order, I talk about here developing functional and performance-based requirements. We talked about that. Then we want to validate the requirements. Now this is an actual true function here, function that we perform as engineers, in that we have our requirements, we hope, that exist, and they need to be validated. They need to be reviewed. And this is part of what configuration management is about, and the documents that are put in there, and the tools that we use. Typically, DOORS is used to warehouse all of the requirements. Then, after they're validated, the requirements are verified, and that's a lot more work than validation and needs to happen. So I will talk about, at a minimum, the validation and the verification of requirements later on, because there's a lot more detail that is required to expand and expound upon how that is done, where the rubber meets the road. All right, we'll end this here, and I will end with, again, my contact information, my email, my website, and of course my phone number. Again, thank you for your time.